Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be doing a rant on the recently released game No Man's Sky. If you don't know what No Man's Sky is, then you've clearly been living under a rock. So for those of you who don't know what No Man's Sky is, it's basically a space exploration game with an almost infinitely massive universe to travel through. Since its release on Steam on Friday, I personally have had nothing but issues with the game. There are so many things wrong with it, and honestly, the hype train for it was far bigger than what the game actually delivered. And it's because of these issues that I'm making this video. And hopefully, I can give some insight to some of you so that you don't happen to buy the game and dislike it as much as I did. It's the main reason I got a refund on Steam because of it. The first issue I have with No Man's Sky is the performance of the game. The minimum system requirements specified for the game on Steam are an Intel Core i3 processor, 8GB of RAM, and NVIDIA GTX 480. My PC, however, surpasses all three of these, as I have an i5, 12GB of RAM, as well as the GTX 970. However, even on the lowest graphics settings I can possibly get in the game, the frame rate loss I get is horrendous and pretty much makes the game unplayable. If I were the only person having these issues though, I'd think maybe something happened to my version. However, I'm not the only person experiencing these kinds of issues. But that's not to say that everyone is having the same issues. But if I'm struggling with the game with my current setup, then I'd hate to see what's happening to people who are just meeting the minimum requirements and seeing what their gameplay's like. My second issue with No Man's Sky is the lack of the multiplayer that was promised. The main reason I bought the game was so that I could explore space with my friends and discover things and have a good time with them.
In an interview with Stephen Colbert before the game's launch, Sean Murray said that there would be multiplayer present in the game.
Colbert asked him how one would see himself as a player, know what their character looks like, and if you could see other people. And Sean Murray replied with a yes, but chances are that are incredibly rare just because the size of what we're building. Sean Murray also said the only way for you to know what you look like is for somebody else to see you in game, implying that you would be able to see each other in the game. However, two people managed to find each other in this vast universe that we've been given to play around in. However, they couldn't see each other at all, and anything they did had no impact on the other person's game at all. They couldn't mine anything and see any destruction from the other player. They couldn't see the other player. There was nothing. Basically, as it is, No Man's Sky is a single player game where other players' content gets loaded into your game. For example, like, you'll be able to see other players' planets that they've discovered and stuff like that, but you won't actually be able to see the other players. However, this may get fixed at some point, but right now, the main reason for me buying the game personally is not there. And I honestly feel like I've been lied to.
To make things worse, Murray has been downplaying the whole situation of not being able to see other players in the game, saying that people should not be expecting a multiplayer game, which in my personal opinion is a load of hogwash, as it's probably one of the main reasons many people bought the game, and now all of a sudden we're not getting that anymore.
My third and final main issue with No Man's Sky is that the game seems to lack features that should be present in this type of game. For example, I was on a planet and I found a crashed ship that I potentially wanted to repair and claim as my own ship. However, the game doesn't allow you the option of having multiple ships. You have your one ship and that's it. Secondly, because of this, I immediately decided not to take the ship I had just found. I kept my ship as is, but I was like, let me place down a marker or some form of navigation so that I can return to the ship if I change my mind later down the line. However, the game does not offer features like that. The only map you get in the game is a galaxy map where you can look at the different star systems and stuff like that, but there is no actual map of the planets in the system you're in, or no map of the planet you're on. I understand not having a map of the planet that you're on. However, not having the ability to place your own custom points of interest or waypoints on a planet that you've discovered and explored is a bit frustrating. So I thought to myself, I can't points of interest this crash ship, so let me see what the nearest outpost that is close by. So I took note of that, and I thought to myself, okay, cool, if I decide to change the ship, I can just come back to this outpost and I know just look around the area and I can find the ship. However, once I left the planet, I decided, hey, let me go back to the planet because there's something I need to check out. And while I was there, I decided, let me just see if I can navigate to the outpost that was closest to the ship that I potentially wanted. So I went into my log and I found the outpost. However, there is no way to navigate back to the outpost. I have no idea where it is. The only way I can potentially find it is by randomly coming across it again while flying across this vast planet of nothing where everything looks the same. So just a general lack of navigation in the game is kind of irritating, especially in a game of this size. One of the other complaints I've seen about No Man's Sky is the fact that basically everything just reuses the same textures. The only difference is the color tones and saturation of it. For example, a lively green bushy planet with lots of vegetation looks exactly the same as a different one on a different planet, but just because this one's orange, oh no, it's an entirely different planet. I understand that a game this size, you can't custom craft 18 quintillion planets, but I feel they could have done a better job in terms of differentiating planets from each other. Overall, I feel No Man's Sky was a massive letdown and really not worth the money at this point in time. Until they fix some of the problems at least, I would not recommend buying this game to anyone. And it's because of these reasons that I've requested a refund on the game. And I'm quite happy to get my money back and spend it on a game that actually deserves the money. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you've experienced this game and have any other problems with it, leave a comment in the comments section down below. And for those of you who have not bought the game yet and were thinking of buying it, I hope I've given you a bit of information to help you make your decision. Until next time, guys, cheers.